Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 3, the Labyrinth of Ice.
How are we supposed to get out of here?
We got to find an exit. That's right, Donald.
And already I'm getting kind of like a Snow Queen vibe from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. This doesn't feel like the Hans Christian Andersen like feel that they did with Frozen a little bit. Although they really didn't do the story of the Snow Queen from Hans Christian Andersen, considering Elsa is a good guy and not the villain of the movie. In the books, the Snow Queen was bad, just as bad as the White Witch in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah, they were almost
pretty identical,
exactly the same, especially in the way that they would in both stories. I believe in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, it was the White Witch or the Snow Queen lured Edward in with
Turkish delights.
Turkish delights, that's what it was. Treats and different things like that. And lured her in, but once she had him, she wouldn't let him go. Kind of like in this area, we have like a fortress. And then even in the Snow Queen, the original Hans Christian Andersen story, little Kai was lured in much like in the same way, with treats and different things like that. But then once she had him, she didn't let him go. That's why in the original story, Goethe was the one who saved Kai, but that Kai and Goethe aren't even in this rendition of it. So, no. I mean, this is so far away from the original that it's just a takeoff in name only. There's nothing related to it.
Yep, other than the location where it takes place.
The location and probably the powers of the Snow Queen are the same powers that Elsa had, but in both stories, Elsa would have been evil, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
So, anyway, welcome back to the KwingsLetsPlays channel. We hope you guys are having a lot of fun, whether you're watching this as a premiere or something else. The plan is for us to post 2 episodes a day of Kingdom Hearts if you're new to our channel. Currently, we are in the world of Frozen, the Ice Labyrinth, which probably means like ice maze, something like that. So we'll probably be spending the entire episode here. So grab a coat and some hot cocoa. It's going to be a long day.
Yeah, Maze or whatever, or that 80s movie Labyrinth.
Oh, I love that 80s movie Labyrinth. It was so good.
I can't remember what too much about it, but I remember it was really interesting.
All right, let's bring in a fire spell, because I don't think our Keyblade can crack that ice. So we're gonna replace the water spell with, I know I have, there it is! That'll do it.
Fire.
And we're gonna keep our Lion King in here. Alright. Whoops! Speaking of Lion King...
Whoa, Simba!
I didn't mean to bring in Simba.
We weren't supposed to use it.
Well, in my defense, the red and the triangle were like so close together, the colors.
I'm gonna hit the wrong button there.
Yeah. Well, it still works. Simba, do your thing.
That's okay, we can take out some Heartless here.
That's right. Flame on! Good times.
Yeah, I don't know, Luke, have you ever seen the live action, like, old, like, videos of the C.S. Lewis's books, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe books?
I saw the cartoon when I was a kid.
They had older, like, live action versions of them.
And I watched the 3 live action movies that happened, but my problem with what Disney was doing with those movies, aside for the actor who played, Aslan, I thought was awesome, but they did the movies all out of order. Like, they wanted to keep with doing the 4 children, the people who became like the 4 kings or whatever. And they kept using them, so those kids, while very important to the books, like, they would come at different points during their ages, you know, because they would grow up and become different things.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I was just thinking, like, yeah, I can understand what you're saying, but I remember, like, the one where Edward was stuck in the Snow Queen's lair, it kind of looked like this a little bit.
Yes.
They had to go rescue him because he physically couldn't leave, like, he was kind of under a spell, and that was kind of how Kai was under a spell, like, in the original Snow Queen.
The music for this right now, it kind of reminds me of a, like, Batman animated series Mr. Freeze thing, a little bit. It's got, like, that air of mystery to it. Suspense and kind of like, oh, am I gonna run into, like, some ice creature or something? Am I gonna beat my chili doom? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we need to go there yet. Let's keep exploring a little bit. No, but I love what Square did with this world so far.
Yeah, this looks great. I mean, it kind of gives me a feel, even though...
Right there, that's where the secret passage leads, right to this map.
I'll never see the Snow Queen as an actual Disney movie because they did a whole different story, but at least I have kind of a cool Snow Queen feel here in this thing that Square did.
This was actually made by the lady in the yellow hair. This was done by Organization 13.
Yeah.
So, a little background on those characters, if you guys don't know. Like, Larxene and, I forget his name, dude with pink hair. Pretty much in Chain of Memories, they rebelled against the organization, and they wanted to use Sora for their own purposes. So they trapped him in the Castle of Oblivion, which was Chain of Memories. And they betrayed the organization and ended up having like a mini coup. Like they fought, it was organization versus organization and things like that.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I still can't understand, like, she said she's not gonna hurt Elsa, but it's kind of like, well, it kind of feels like she's gonna try to turn Elsa to the dark side, personally, I feel like. Like, oh, I'm not gonna hurt her, but it's kind of like they're gonna take the fear and, like, afraid and the fact that she's lonely and she feels confused, and they're gonna take that and try to turn her the same way they did Buzz. That's what I feel like they're gonna do, but I could be wrong.
That'd be too predictable. Square doesn't tend to do that with their Kingdom Hearts things. Like, they like to throw a curveball, but not something that's so obvious, like... Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, she already started attacking Sora and getting angry. So I felt like, okay, well, they're just gonna make her evil, or they're just gonna turn her and make her violent to people. But, I don't know. I could be wrong.
I mean, it's possible, but like I said, Square plots sometimes, they're predictable, and other times, they do the unexpected. That's what makes RPGs so interesting.
I think they're gonna do something totally that I wouldn't even expect.
I mean, I could expect seeing, like, Anna becoming, like, possessed or something, if she's even in this. I don't remember. I remember Elsa being in this. Uh-oh. Yeah, sorry, Shadow. So our cat's being crazy, and yes, she's eaten. She's just
our cat has
vocal.
Our cat is very old and senile, and I've actually talked to some people about this. That older cats actually forgot
ninjas
that they ate. Like cats can eat, and then like a half an hour or an hour later, they forgot that they just ate.
Whoa!
And they'll start to get confused. Like there was someone I was talking to, and his cat actually has cat Alzheimer's.
Oh no.
Yeah, and yeah, anyway.
Cat Alzheimer's isn't good.
Yep, definitely. Alright, come on, Simba, take these fools down!
Do it, Simba! Light them up!
Alright. This playthrough is lit!
I see what you did there. Donald leveled up. There was also another game where you could kind of, like, see what was going on with the organization, and that's 358 over 2 days. And that's part of the Kingdom Hearts Stories So Far collection, or if you own a PlayStation, you can actually get Kingdom Hearts 3 included in, I guess it's like... I'm trying to remember the name of the collection. It's on the PS4. And it's digital, so... Will you guys shut up?
Opened when Sora rotated that pillar.
Luke, did you know that the door opened? That's what they were explaining to you.
Oh.
No, I was joking. Like, we knew that the door opened. I was joking around because they're talking over you saying obvious things while you're trying to talk.
Oh, right.
Never mind. Never mind. They're just saying obvious things like, hey, there's an ice wall here.
Well, yeah, they do that.
It's like, oh, there's a castle full of ice. Or remember when Goofy's like, oh, how do we get out? Donald's like, we have to find the door out. It's like, yeah, Donald, that would be what we need to do. Yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
Well, just in my defense, when we were promoting the current Kingdom Hearts collection that is digital only on PS4, Square didn't tell us what the name of it was. They said there was a collection coming out, So when I was talking about stuff, some people said I was spreading false information because, like, there was a collection that came out in 2018 called The Story So Far, but that's not what Square told me was coming out. They said there was a collection exclusive for PlayStation that you could only get digitally that contained Kingdom Hearts 3 and all the Kingdom Hearts collections in one package, but they didn't tell me the name of it, just said it was coming out on January 29th.
Okay, and so the name was The Story So Far? Or?
No, that's the one that came out in the fall of 2018.
So then you were correct, it's a different collection.
It's a different collection, but I can't remember it. It might be all in one package or something, I don't know. But you guys can find it.
Yeah, just because we don't know the name of the collection, I mean, we were just given limited information about it. Not really. How can we know until it comes out?
Nope, more ninjas. I think we need to bring in Simba again. Simba tends to do really well against these ice ninjas. Prepare to feel the burn of mighty Simba, who stepped it up. Because remember, he was all timid at Kingdom Hearts 2? Look at him now.
He's super timid.
So, the worlds that Sora and company have visited, they weren't destroyed now. They just went back to their existing place in the universe of Disney stuff. But we still have the ability to summon strong hearts, and Simba is a strong heart.
Yep.
What I don't understand, though, is the Simba that we summoned in Kingdom Hearts 1 was different than the Simba that we met in Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, he was more timid. When he was venturing with Sora and company, he was a strong, heroic figure, and then they just kind of, like, screwed up their own continuity. You know? For Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah. Shadow, what are you doing?
What is it, Shadow?
You can come up here, Shadow, if you want.
Okay, so we saved. Oh my goodness. Shadow, I had something I was going to talk about and then you ruined it.
Yeah, so you were basically saying that he was pretty confident in the Kingdom Hearts 1. Then Simba became really timid in Kingdom Hearts 2, so it was like he was like a totally different personality. Kind of screwed up their own continuity of Simba.
They could have saved it too if they didn't do the thing where Simba recognized them. Like, if they had found Simba at a different point in time.
Trick you did should work again.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But the fact that Simba recognizes them, it's kind of a problem. Okay, so that pillar moved the room around. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Life stops for cats sometimes.
Sorry, I had to break up two cats that might have attacked each other on...
Cat battle.
Sometimes our little tiny cat likes to, like, pounce for fun on our older cat, like, as a plaything. But our older cat, like, does not like that at all, because she's old. She's, like, not in the... She's not in the mood to play.
Alright, so we got another one of those little game mode things. That's fun.
Yeah, so I see what you're saying. Like, they could have said it was Simba from, like, another Earth or something.
No, not another. He recognized. Like, they ruined it when Simba recognizes them.
Oh, yeah.
But
well, I'm glad
I love how the summon stuff works. What I was trying to say is, like, the princesses and stuff like that, when they talked about the new hearts, the 7 new hearts, the other worlds have not been destroyed by darkness, but they're untouched by it, because the princesses of light fulfilled their role. So, in this game, there are new worlds that are in trouble by the Heartless. We saved all the previous worlds, so that's why we're not going to places like Tarzan's world and Cinderella and all this other stuff again, because there's really no need to. Alright, so we gotta do shot lock.
Up there.
There we go.
I know what
Yeah, it's called Destroy Heartless there, Goofy. So if you guys are wondering, oh, where's all my favorite Disney worlds? Well, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 shows the conclusion of a lot of your favorite Disney worlds. While there is a lot more they could have done with Aladdin, Square just, at least in this game series, they don't want to touch it anymore. And Tron was completed for Tron Legacy inside Dream Drop Distance.
Oh, okay.
Hunchback of Notre Dame world was completed in Dream Drop Distance and appeared in that.
Oh, alright.
So it had a clear conclusion
Yeah.
One world that I always wanted to see was Treasure Planet, like the sci-fi version of that, you know, famous pirate story.
Oh,
Because that was actually a really fun Disney movie. That and Atlantis would make a great Kingdom Hearts world.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh, that would make a cool one.
That was a really cool movie. Prepare to feel the power of fire!
That was a cool movie. I haven't seen that in so long.
That was in the 2000s. Early 2000s. Michael J. Fox, one of his last really big starring roles before his disease got worse.
Yeah. I didn't realize Michael J. Fox was in that.
Yes, he was the voice of the kid.
Oh, wow. He's such a good
I
actor.
can't remember the name of the person, but I liked what they did with Atlantis. That was cool. If I could pick certain Kingdom Hearts worlds, I would want to bring back Agrabah to do the King of Thieves
Oh, yeah.
storyline, the one where Aladdin and Jasmine get married.
I kind of like that movie.
It's a lot better than the Return of Jafar.
Yeah.
All right.
I've seen that movie, or you showed that movie to me, didn't
We've
you?
seen all the Aladdin movies.
That's what I thought.
And I have them all on DVD anyway. Somewhere. Although I prefer digital now because I ran out of room. Too many DVDs to count. Alright, so they want us to mess with this pillar again, which is going to change the way the ice labyrinth works. So let's do that.
Oh,
Whoa.
you're shifting something. Whoa.
Nice! Okay, so I
Pretty
guess we'll go this
cool.
way.
It's like glowy blue lights.
Oh, on rail stuff, I think. Yeah, because this was in Hercules.
Yep.
Yep. Light them up.
Wow.
Oh, fully destructible stuff. Cool.
So many ice spikes. Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
They're giving us kind of a chilly reception.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, oh my gosh, it'd be so weird to live in a place just surrounded by spikes and no warmth at all. It's like, ah.
Well, I have to say that that organization member is a really good architect.
I know, right? It's like, she just did this in like one swing of her little hand there. It's like, okay.
Yep.
Pretty weird.
Alright, so we're just going to use light magic on them. I'm going to save my summon. Just because you guys are probably like, stop using Simba, even though Simba's awesome.
Yeah.
So the other past characters that are in this game as summons, if you guys didn't know, the Little Mermaid doesn't have a world now, but she is able to be summoned as a water elemental. I don't remember what world they told us that, but Simba, Ariel, and Stitch are back as summons. I don't think Tinkerbell is. And I don't think Genie is in this at all. Which would be one of the first times he's never been even a summon. I might be wrong though, maybe Genie is in this. I don't think so though. They said they had fewer summons in this, so kind of like Final Fantasy 13.
I really like the Simba summon though. It was really cool.
Yeah, well they're called limits now, but essentially it's summons. There we go.
That's weird. Why would they change the name? Oh.
Because they can. Okay. We unlock some new abilities, so... What do I want to use? Groundbreaker. That sounds fun. Risk dodge. Sora's like, get on with it! Sorry, Sora, but it's important to upgrade your abilities. Air combo boost.
And to mind your surroundings.
Withstand combo. What is that? Always retain at least 1 HP if you are hit while you have 2 HP or more. That's important. Alright, we're gonna use that. And... damage control. Oh, I don't have enough for those now. Darn it. That's a problem. Oh well.
Yeah.
No big.
Aww.
And I think that is gonna do that. Alright, let's go deal with this ice pillar. Explore more of the ice labyrinth.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure labyrinth is just like a maze, but like from that Greek word labyrinth from the original, like that thing that from that story where they had to get out with the Minotaur and stuff like that.
I think we just got out.
Oh my gosh, look, it looks like a
that seemed to
snowflake.
lock everything into place.
Donald. I think we're ready to go out.
Nope, we're still inside of it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like I said, this is probably gonna be the whole episode. I wouldn't doubt it.
We're almost... Oh. We're seeing more Heartless, that's a good sign.
Alright. Simba, do your thing, man! Let's do it!
Fire it up!
Fire it up, I like that. Fire it up.
Thank you.
That's good.
I'm gonna be the catchphrase person.
Yeah, why not? Okay. Alright, guys. Alright, Simba, let him have it. Flame on! Nice. That dealt, well, there was quite a bit of these guys, never mind. So these are the enemy types from Tangled again. The very proper ladies.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The ladies with hats.
And you know, of course, Rapunzel's world is a neighboring kingdom. So while that one takes place in kind of Germany, I believe Frozen is supposed to be...
It's supposed to be some kind of Nordic country, like...
Yeah, it's like Scandinavia or something.
Yeah, somewhere in Scandinavia, I think. Like, possibly, like, Norway, Finland, Sweden, one of those type places, maybe.
Mm-hmm. So, you've heard the crazy Disney theories about, like, Tarzan and Little Mermaid being all connected to the same world of Frozen and Tangled, right?
No.
Well, it's been a proven, like, debunked theory, just based on the time period. Like, Frozen and Tangled take place almost 400 years before both The Little Mermaid and... Well, no, Little Mermaid could technically be around the same time.
Okay.
But, like, Tarzan takes place in the 19th century, and Tangled and Frozen are 400 years before that. So there's no way that Tarzan can be the brother of Elsa and Anna.
Yeah.
He also would have magical abilities if that was the case. But the thing is, what they say is Elsa's mom and dad, like, ended up going to Rapunzel and Flynn's wedding, and on the way to the wedding, their ship sunk.
This must be the exit.
Oh, okay.
And that's how the parents died, but they didn't die because they ended up in Africa, magically, because they're Olympic swimmers, and they made it all the way down there,
Yeah,
and they had a son.
exactly.
But if that was true, then Tarzan would have had magical gifts. And speaking with monkeys is not a magical gift.
See her?
I think she might have gone up in that direction.
What? Okay, come on.
Okay, so we made it out of the Frozen Labyrinth, and we're back out in the Frozen Winterland, the North Mountain.
Yep.
Music is so cool. Yes, more climbing.
Climbing, too.
We can do it. Come on.
Sora's just so upbeat.
Yeah.
Very few protagonists that I can think of, they're just, you know, so cheerful and they can make friends with literally anyone.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's supposed to be because of his heart or something like that.
Yeah, but now I'm confused. Like, who in the world is the third heart inside of him? I only remember Roxas and, Ven.
I don't know, they'll probably tell us at the end. I have no idea.
Or they'll save it for another game.
There's no way to know. Yeah, that's usually what they do is give a tiny hint and then they'll expand on it, like, for, you know.
Like, I'm pretty sure that Ven and Terra will come back in this, because like, they're gathering the 13 vessels of darkness. And you need 7 vessels of light to combat that. So, since Aqua was called a Guardian of Light by Ansem, that means Ven and Terra are also Guardians of Light.
Well, what happened to Terra, though?
Terra got turned into... Okay, I'll tell you. Terra got turned into 2 things. Lingering Will, which is like this armored ghost. Think of him kind of like the character in Twilight Princess. Like the remains of Ocarina of Time Link, like his Lingering Will.
Yeah.
So you have like this ghost knight in the Keyblade graveyard that's watching over Kingdom Hearts. That's Terra's, what's left of his spirit. And then you also have Terra's body, which was taken over by Ansem, aka Xehanort. Old Man Xehanort in Birth by Sleep. So in reality, there are 2 Terras. Like, he's not whole again because he has his armor, which lives on its own as a Lingering Will with the remains of his spirit, you know, unable to pass on, but also, like, protecting Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, wow.
He was that boss in Kingdom Hearts 2 that was impossible to defeat.
Oh, wow.
Looks like Batman armor. It's really cool. And then his body and what's left of his heart is inside of Xehanort.
So Terra's heart couldn't be inside Sora then, or...
There's a couple things it could be. There was a mobile game for Kingdom Hearts that took place like centuries before Birth by Sleep. So
Yeah.
maybe I don't understand how that would happen, but you can't play that mobile game. However, in the 2.8 Final Remix collection on PS4, they've included and remastered the mobile game's cutscenes so that you can actually watch a Kingdom Hearts movie.
Oh, interesting.
Which shows you how the Keyblade War began between, like, these 7 kids.
Wow.
At least I think that's what it was about. So maybe one of the children is inside of Sora, but I don't understand how that could be, because Sora... he's only been alive for, like, maybe 18 years?
Yeah, I know, right? It's not like he's been alive for, like, hundreds of years or anything.
And when he was, like, 7 years old... that's when Ven went inside of his heart.
I feel like this whole thing of, like, multiple hearts being inside one person is pretty weird, honestly, but...
It's not a foreign concept for RPGs.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the comments section below, tell us who you think is the 3rd heart inside of Terra, Sora. Like, another one it could also be Naminé.
Yeah, but... oh. Yeah. I thought Naminé is inside Kairi, though.
There's one other heart that I could think of. There was a girl linked to Sora and stuff called Scion. Uh-oh.
That was... enjoyable. Thank you, Luke.
You're welcome.
Wow. I don't know what we just saw, but wow. That was Elsa?
She's not different.
And a lot happier, too.
I know, right?
Let's say hi.
You again.
Please don't tell me that you're spying on her now.
Oh, Larxene! Don't turn this around on us. You're following her.
Ooh, look at you get all sassy.
Nice, Sora.
Okay, I'll admit, Elsa is a person of interest to us. Maybe she's one of the 7 pure lights we need. The new 7 hearts. Gotta make sure, though. Fortunately, we're in the best position to tell. Can't pick out that special glimmer unless you're standing in the shadows. And maybe Elsa doesn't have it. I mean, just look how icy her palace is. Made of magic she forced herself to keep hidden until now. What if it's dark magic?
Elsa would never rely on the darkness.
Actually, it's still too early to call. Depends on how she sees it. If she believes her magic is darkness, that's what it will become. Accepting her power, whatever it is the only way she can set her heart free. So what will Elsa accept? Light or darkness? I know I want to know.
Well, good for you, but guess what? I won't let her fall to darkness.
It's her choice to make, not yours. You know, I'm starting to understand why she gave you the cold shoulder.
Not again.
Yeah, she can use ice and lightning.
Larxene!
You want to help her? Then stop trying to be her hero. Let her figure things out her own way.
They did the Goofy shout finally.
Yay.
Huh? Donald! Goofy! Are you okay?
Poor Donald.
Oh, good.
You don't look good, Goofy. You're in the snow.
I think we should probably go check on Elsa.
And make sure Larxene was wrong about her magic.
Yeah.
But don't you tell her what Larxene said.
What?
Why not?
Well, to keep the order.
Yeah, order.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
I'll order a hat and scarf, please.
I know, right?
Oh, wait, fellas. Do you hear that?
Huh?
Look!
Huh?
What? Oh no! It's Mulan all over again!
Oh my gosh.
Run!
This is really bad.
Why Sage Goofy?
Right. Here
Come
we
on, guys.
Smart thinking, Goof.
I know.
Those guys had the same idea. Alright, sledding down the mountain.
Oh.
This has now become a James Bond movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa! Alright, I don't want that thing chasing after us to get us, but now there's... Whoa! Crazy! What are you doing there, weird ice dragon? I'm trying to dodge it! Oh boy. Jump! Oh! My bad. Oh. Shh. Okay. That thing's getting closer. That's making me very... Now there's two of them! What are you doing, Square? Yikes.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh my gosh. So we don't have to fight these people, like...
We just have to avoid them.
Avoid them. Yeah, it does feel like a James Bond movie. I was thinking...
Ah!
That's the James Bond movie with, what's his name in it?
Roger Moore?
Oh, I thought I was gonna say Sean Connery, but I don't know.
Each one of them have had kind of like a snowmobile
Oh, really?
thing. Yeah.
It's like a thing that happens? Oh my gosh.
Yep.
It's like a thing you have to do to be James Bond, basically.
Skiing down a mountain, avoiding bad guys, yeah.
But only the recent one actually had a Komodo dragon in it. Like, or the somewhat recent one. I don't know how many recent ones there have been.
Daniel Craig, he's been Bond for a while now.
Yeah, the first one that he was...
Uh-oh!
He had a Komodo dragon.
Oh man, this is bad. We can't heal. No, 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 no. Oh. Nice and easy. We did it. Sort of.
Come on, Sora. Oh my gosh, Luke.
Oh, that's
Good
health.
job. Nice job.
Oh, I'm so thankful the shield came back.
Yay. I think these Heartless are gonna keep finding us.
Nope, Heartless are gone.
Yay, we lost them.
cool! It's a sledding level!
And it's pretty music again.
Yep, that means the worst of it's over.
It's like the music kind of determines what
Whoa!
is gonna happen.
Yes, that's usually an indication about what's going on. This is awesome!
Just like little bubbles or something.
Yeah, this is a fun little mini game. The problem is, I think this Frozen World is going to be one of the biggest, though. We're going to have to climb all the way back up this mountain now.
What?
Yep, that's what I have a feeling.
Oh my god.
Well, Elsa's palace is located on the top of the mountain. We are definitely on the bottom of the mountain.
Wow. This is...
Oh, wow! Look at that!
It's pretty cool. It's...
You be quiet, Donald.
It's pretty chill.
Yeah, I know. It's an ice level. Oh, it's so good. Uh-oh. Alright, so we're collecting Mooney.
Good job.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Watch out for all those spikes, though. Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
You have like a little shield of like...
Yeah, the Goofy shield.
Oh, okay.
They took the Hercules concept, except made it much cooler. Haha. Ow,
Yeah.
ow. Okay. I'm sorry.
Careful, Sora. Get it together.
I'm working on it. Oh, no. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! We have to fight? Well, let's even the odds with some firepower!
Aya!
Armor of Wildfire! Dao-chi! Running Warrior.
Aya!
There you go. You know, that's one thing that I would really want from Jump Force. The next big game that we're promoting in February 15th, I believe, is when it comes out. But they don't have any characters from Ronin Warriors. I don't know if it was a Shonen Jump anime / manga. I mean, it came out in the early 90s in America, but in Japan it was out in the 80s under Yorden Samurai Troopers.
Mm-hmm.
Which also is kind of like a pre-Power Rangers type thing. Okay, that was awesome. But that's who I would want in Jump Force. So, Ryo of the Wildfire had a Japanese armor that could basically use fire. He had two variants of it, a red armor and something called the Armor of Inferno, which basically turned him into Captain Planet. All the different, like, 5 other Rangers or Samurai Troopers, Ronin Warriors, would merge their armors into his, and he would don the Armor of Inferno, which was a white armor.
Oh, wow, okay.
Making him even more powerful.
Yeah, I mean...
But he would kind of get possessed when he would do it, like the former, like, wielder of that armor would possess him. And he could only use the powers for a little bit.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. It was a very unique show. I never saw how the series ended, though. It is your turn, Donald, but I got this. It's time for you weird dragon ice creatures to get out of my face.
That's right. Say goodbye.
Yeah, baby.
This world and everything.
These guys aren't very ice.
Yeah, they're bringing us quite an icy reception. I feel like they're giving us the cold shoulder.
Ah, I see what you did there.
They're not being cool to us.
A bit frigid for my taste. Double flight! Press circle while jumping. Okay, so that's another ability we just unlocked.
Hmm? They left. They're kind of cool looking, though.
We live. They lose.
They retreat.
Not again!
Maybe that's why they were retreating. Oh my gosh. Goofy, where's your shield?
Too late.
Whoa.
Wow, look at all the pretty colors. There's blue and green. Ooh, I love green. And look, black. Ah,
Huh?
just like my buttons. Hmm?
Oh my gosh, it's a snowman.
What's his name? Olaf?
I think.
Silly spiky grass. Give me back my foot.
Was that a snowman?
Yes, Sora. Yes, it was. Really weird looking head
Yep.
and face.
Huh? Did you see that snowman?
Snowman?
Yeah. And here's the funny thing. He was walking and talking.
Sora's losing it.
Yep.
Everybody knows Snowman can walk. You must have imagined
Look at
that.
Donald's look.
You tell him, Donald.
He's so concerned.
He's
I
concerned.
thought he was real.
Wow, Donald is really worried
Well,
about you.
maybe we'll see him again.
They're
But
like,
if we don't get going, we'll never reach Elsa's palace.
We're gonna take you to a special place, Sora.
Oh, right. I almost forgot.
It has white
Come
walls.
on.
It's kind of like this, but you can't leave. And there's padding.
all right. So anyway, guys and gals, that does it for this Frozen episode. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you with more of Frozen's World soon. Until then, God bless and happy gaming.